Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today we're going to be going through my skincare routine in the morning. We're going to split this into two videos because the morning and the evening routine are completely different. And when I've done them in one video before, a lot of people have got confused and said, well, are you using this in the morning as well? So I thought I'd do two completely separate videos, morning routine and evening routine, and we're going to get straight into it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. At present, I upload on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 PM London time, and I'm also on Instagram if you want to follow me on there. It's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. So we're going to go straight into cleansing the face because as soon as I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth and I cleanse my face. So the cleanser that I use on my face every single morning, and if you are a regular to my channel, you will not be surprised about this because I mention this in a lot of my skincare videos, is the Bare Minerals Oil Obsessed Total Cleansing Oil. This is such a beautiful cleansing oil. It smells absolutely divine. It really does get deep into the skin, pulls out all the unnecessary things and doesn't strip the skin of all the natural goodness. Now, usually I wouldn't be a fan of any skincare product that has ingredients like essential oils in there, citrus oils, flower oils, fruit oils. They're just not necessary. They're just in there to make the product smell nice, but they can sensitize the skin and they can also make the skin really irritated, especially if you have a sensitized, sensitive skin to begin with. This doesn't offend me, even though this does have ingredients like that in it. This smells absolutely divine. Divine. I feel like I'm in a spa every single time I use this. But the reason I don't mind the fact that it has those oils in there is because this is a put on, wash straight off product. If this was a product that was going to be left on my skin for any length of time, I wouldn't be using those sorts of ingredients within the product. But it's not. It's a put on, wash off product. It doesn't offend me in the slightest. In fact, it makes me really, really happy. Smells gorgeous. Have I mentioned that already? Smells absolutely divine. Just saying. Anyway, this is also quite a pricey product. Now, usually I would tell people not to put a lot of money into their cleansers. There are so many affordable cleansers out on the market that are absolutely fantastic. If you have a little bit extra to spend, put it into the products that are really going to make a difference to your skin and really benefit the skin in some way. And a cleanser really isn't that. As long as a cleanser cleanses the skin, that's all it needs to do. It doesn't need to put loads of other stuff in the skin because you're going to wash it off. This is where I have an exception. If you find a product that you absolutely love, that you feel like you can't do without, which is me with this one, then if you've got it, spend that little bit of extra money just to make yourselves happy, but you really don't need to. So this is my one little bit of extravagance in my morning skincare routine. Now, at this stage, when my skin is completely clean and dry, I would take a look at my skin to see what my skin needed that day. Now, usually it's the same every single day. However, if I've got a little blemish that's come up to the surface or a little white spot, this is when I add an extra ingredient into my morning skincare routine, and that is salicylic acid. If you have a teenager with problematic skin, this is the best thing ever. If you suffer from the odd breakout here and there, this is the product that you need. And I literally just open the bottle, and I very rarely use this because I very rarely get breakouts anymore, but I don't even put a droplet on my skin. I just take the end of the product, rub the end of the dropper on my skin to get the tiniest little amount of product, and then dab that on the blemish. I do not put this all over my face. You don't need to. You will find that your face will start to be a little bit flaky if you use this all over your face, unless you have really oily skin or very, very problematic acne prone skin. So I would just apply this straight on the blemish, let that soak in, and then move on to the rest of your routine. So I don't have any blemishes today, so I'm going to move straight on to my normal routine and go straight into the eye product. Recently, I have put my money into my serums, and I still use a lot of affordable serums. You will see a lot of the oldies but goodies pop up in this skincare routine as well. But this one is a new one. This is the Niod Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. It is unbelievable. I didn't actually think that I was going to get a lot of benefit out of this, but I've seen results in only a few weeks. Now, all I do is I take the dropper out, I squeeze out all the product from the dropper, and then I just rub the dropper underneath my eyes, and that is all the product that you need. I find that if I put an actual drop on my fingers, I get too much product, so applying it this way really does help. I put this on my eyelids as well. I've seen such a huge difference in my eyelid folds that I don't have as many creases on my eyelids as I had before, which really helps with eyeshadow application during the daytime. And I've also seen a big difference in the fine lines and wrinkles underneath my eyes, especially when I'm wearing makeup. And that being said, wearing concealer, it doesn't crease as much underneath my eyes because I don't have as many wrinkles and fine lines underneath my eyes after I've been using this product. So this is a peptide complex serum, and it is super small molecular structure, so it can really work very, very fast and get deep into those skin layers. Absolutely beautiful product. It does cost a little bit more than the Ordinary. It's in the same family as the Ordinary. It's under the Deciem umbrella, but it does cost a little bit more than the Ordinary products. I feel like this is worth it for me. I have seen results, so definitely one that I will be repurchasing when this is gone, but this is going to last a really long time because, I mean, there's hardly any gone, and I've used this for a few weeks already, morning and night. Moving on to the rest of my face, and all the serums that I apply to the rest of my face are affordable products. This really does help me out because these are the most repurchased products within my skincare routine. I must repurchase these products at least once every 3 to 4 months. They are unbelievable, and I probably will be using these until the end of time. The two products that I mix together in a cocktail in the palm of my hand and then apply them to my face as one, because it's the quickest way and the easiest way of doing this for me, is the Matrixyl 10% plus hyaluronic acid and niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. I love these products. I absolutely love these products. My mum uses them as well. Now, it will be a surprise to everybody that I have kicked Buffet out of my skincare routine. Now, the reason I don't use Buffet anymore is because I started to get a little bit of irritation on my skin. So I removed Buffet from my skincare routine. I replaced it with Matrixyl 10% plus hyaluronic acid, and I haven't had any irritation since. Now, I'm still getting the benefit of having peptides in my skincare routine because Matrixyl is one of the best peptides on the market, but I'm just not getting lots of peptides on my skin. If you can use Buffet, Buffet is the most amazing serum, so please continue to use that, but this is better for my skin. So Matrixyl 10% plus hyaluronic acid is a peptide. It will improve texture, it will improve the strength and resilience of your skin, whilst also increasing skin firmness, skin bounce, and decreasing the signs of any of your fine lines and wrinkles. Amazing product. Now, I mix that 2 drops of this, or sometimes 3 depending on how my skin feels, with the niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. The niacinamide is my favorite antioxidant of all time. It protects the skin and the skin's protective barrier. It also minimizes and tightens all your pores, so if you have large pores, you need to try niacinamide. It will also regulate your oil production. So if you have oily skin, this is great for you, but it will also hydrate the skin. So if you have dry skin, this is also suitable for you as well. It will soften all your fine lines and wrinkles. It diminishes any dullness in the skin, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it strengthens a weakened skin barrier. So a fantastic ingredient to have in your skincare. Now, although these are the 2 serums that I'm using in my skincare skincare routine at the moment. I do sometimes switch my niacinamide up and use the Revolution 15% niacinamide super strength serum instead, because I have this in my skincare collection. I bought this for a review. It featured in one of my faves and fails vid. It's an absolutely fantastic serum, so I sometimes use this one instead of using the 10% version from The Ordinary. They do exactly the same job, but I never ever have this on my face without having a spare in the back, because it's my favorite. I absolutely love it. I have to have a spare, otherwise I start getting heart palpitations just in case I run out overnight unexpectedly, or I can't get my hands on some, so I have to have a spare. This is the one that I predominantly use. So let's just get some of this on the face. Now, although the Matrixyl 10% hyaluronic acid has hyaluronic acid in there, if I feel like my skin is really dehydrated one morning when I get up, I will add a couple of drops of the Inculist hyaluronic acid. This came in the Wayne Goss box from Cult Beauty, and it's a really nice formula. So I've been using this in my skincare routine in the morning. It's not necessary to add an extra hyaluronic acid in there, but if my skin does feel overly dehydrated when I first wake up, I will add a little bit extra in just for extra measures. Just makes me feel better. So a couple of drops of Matrixyl. That was 3, but hey, why not? A couple of drops of the niacinamide, and then let's put a drop of the hyaluronic acid. Just pop that in the palms of my hands and just rub that around just slightly, not for too long, because you don't want it to soak into the palm of your hand. You want to put it on your face. And then I press that onto the surface of the face just to distribute it, and then massage that in with very little pressure, and remember to take it down the neck. Now, I have quite dry skin, so I like to apply a moisturising cream to the surface of my skin, which will not only give me moisture and hydration throughout the day, it will also lock those beautiful serums that I've just applied to my skin into my skin so they don't evaporate throughout the day. The moisturising cream that I like is the CeraVe Moisturising Lotion for dry to very dry skin. This is an absolutely amazing formula. It's got 3 essential ceramides in there, plus a little bit extra hyaluronic acid, which we could all use. It's fantastic. It's really lightweight. It's more of a lotion rather than a cream, and it's fragrance free, which I absolutely love. This will help repair and protect the skin's protective barrier, as well as adding moisture and hydration. And I just apply the tiniest amount. In fact, I've applied a little bit too much there, so I'm just gonna put some on the palms of my hand. And then I just press this into the skin and down the neck. My mum has taught me all of my life, do not skip the neck, because it's an area that she neglected when she started to apply creams and lotions, and she really regrets it now. So it's definitely her tip. If you're going to do anything, do not forget the neck. Now, adding a cream to the surface of the skin is a great step if you suffer with your skincare pilling when you apply your SPF or your makeup. Believe me, that will happen less and less and less if you apply a cream to the surface of the skin to really lock that skincare in place before you apply your SPF or your makeup. Usually, skincare pilling happens when you've applied too much serum. It's not really had chance to sink well into the skin because you've applied too much, and it's dried on the surface of the skin, which then creates that sort of waxy barrier, which then flakes off when you apply the rest of your products. So make sure you're not applying too much serum. The smallest amount of serum will do the world of good. And also, the cream on top just seals everything in place to stop the pilling. So little tip for you there. And the last item of skincare that I apply to my face in the morning is the most important. And if you can only afford one item of morning skincare, this is the one that I would recommend that you buy. This is the one that will prevent so much damage and also prevent so many signs of aging. It's the one that does the most good for your skin, and that is SPF, and a high SPF at that. Every single day, rain or shine, I put this on my skin. Now, my favourite two at the moment are the La Roche-Posay Anthelios 50 Plus Shaker Fluid, and that is the unscented version, and the Sunprise Mild Airy Finish SPF 50 Plus. Now, I have had loads of comments about this because this does have fruit oils in there and also citrus oils in there, which I wouldn't recommend that you put on your skin. However, this is such a beautiful product and this does so many good things. The benefits outweigh the negatives, so this is still one of my favorites. I'm going to be using the La Roche-Posay today because my skin's feeling a little bit dry, and I wouldn't use this on the days that my skin is feeling overly dry. I would use something a little bit more nourishing and hydrating, which is La Roche-Posay. I like to shake this up and make sure that I get a full 1/4 teaspoon on my face. I used to use a little measuring spoon, but I've now got really good at knowing exactly how much a 1/4 teaspoon is. And first of all, I distribute that on my face with a patting motion, and then I massage it in. Now you have to make sure that this doesn't get into the eyes because it can really sting. This is not one of those formulas that is safe for around the eye area. But I put it underneath there anyway. Hardcore. So this sinks in really, really quickly, and I don't find it feels heavy or greasy on my skin, but you do need to give it plenty of time to sink in before you apply your makeup. So that's it. That is my skincare routine. They are all of the products that I use on a daily basis. If you feel like I've missed something out that I've had in my previous skincare routines, it's because I feel like I no longer need those in my routine anymore for my skin type. Now, a lot of people ask me why I don't use vitamin C. My skin does not like vitamin C of any kind, even the weak kinds. They send me out in blemishes, blackheads, lots of breakouts, and a lot of irritation on my skin. There is one particular one from The Ordinary that I can use, but I don't feel like I need to use it as I have niacinamide in my routine, which is also an unbelievable antioxidant. So I don't feel the need for vitamin C, but I do get asked that question all the time. Another question that I get asked is, how long do you wait for your products to sink in before you apply your makeup? Usually I would do this skincare routine, which by the way, after cleansing has probably taken me literally 2 minutes to apply. 2 minutes. That's all it takes for my skincare routine. Obviously, it's taken a lot longer today because I've talked you through the products, but usually 2 minutes in the morning is all that I need. Then I would go downstairs and get the kids breakfast, or maybe I'd get dressed, brush my teeth, and then I would come back upstairs and apply my makeup after around about 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes is all you need to allow your skincare to sink into your skin. If it hasn't sank in by the 15-minute mark, you've applied too much. You don't need to apply too much skincare. It does the world of good in very small quantities. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be posting an evening skincare routine as well, so do stay tuned for that. Hope to see you all again in the next video. Bye everyone.